Hey everyone, welcome back. Um, we are currently at number 35 in the world, and yeah, let's see, we're rated 1826, so still got a little ways to go. Let's see who we're up against. 1000 Platoon, not playing a lot this season, but winning, and that's a pretty crazy win rate last season for just 25 games, so he could be really good. Super Tramp, nothing last season and average this season. And Will, not a lot of games this season and not a lot. Same thing as Thousand Platoon, kind of. Okay, so the ore's been taken up a lot. There's one good ore spot left at 643, um, which could pair nicely with the wood port. Maybe. Still a little sick here, guys. There's also the wheat port, but there's a pretty big risk of getting plowed, so I don't think that's that viable. Could do like the 642, but then the wheat port's kind of useless on just the two brick. Um, I mean the 643 even just pairs with like the 65. Um, yeah, I like taking the wood port, pointing towards the wood port, taking the 643. Um, point towards the wood port, and it pairs nicely with this 9510 and with other things as well. These center boards with the wasteland in the center is there often is it's all about getting those center spots. You know, they're two tiles, but they tend to be great spots. So I don't want to point inwards to the center though, because it's hard to say what will or won't be available. Let's let's wait for Blue to make his pick and see what Blue wants to do with this. We didn't leave him a whole lot. He could do like the 8-3 and the 8-11-10 or something like that. But okay, that's sensible. So I think we just have to take the 10-9-5 here. Like there's just no way we're not taking that. So so yeah, there's no way that 8-3 is gonna go. Um, the question is like, do we try to get the 8-3 or do we just take the wood port? I think the wood port's probably better because the 8 ore will just get blocked to death if we take it. We could try to do like just the... Yeah, we don't really have the roads anyways, so... Let's just get the ore port or the wood port, and then we can go pick up like one of the 3-for-1s. We'll have the best ore wheat sheep game by far. Right? Yeah, I mean... Yeah, we have more sheep than blue. He has more... He'll have more wheat, but he has to port it. And we get to just port, like, the wood to fill in any gaps, so... Black would have had a pretty decent ore wheat sheep game if he had taken the 8-4. I'm quite surprised he didn't. That's a pretty crazy choice to not take the 8-4. I don't know if his plan is to be able to build 2 roads and plow orange to the 11-4, but it doesn't seem like the best plan. Although actually he has the 2 roads if we give him a wood. Does anyone else have wood? Blue has a wood. But blue has a brick too, so let's let blue drop his road, and then we'll be the only ones with wood potentially on black's turn, and be able to get the 2 brick we need to road settle, rather than trying to trade on our turn, because he doesn't have 2 brick to give right now. Okay, that changes things. Now, it was worth a try, but blue has an extra wood now too. So black's going to want the wood to be able to plow to the 11-4. He doesn't have the 2 brick. Let's just give it to him, because blue's gonna undercut us on this deal anyways. So, and we really need the brick. So black should have a pretty good excess of brick now. Maybe we can get 2. Well, let's just build the 1 here. Yep. He went for it. He didn't realize that, like, it's obviously a great trade for him on his side, but it's an even better trade for us. So he could have negotiated, especially on our turn. Like, we're not going to be able to turn down the 1-for-1 there, so. He still needs a wood. There's not a whole lot of wheat out there, is there? Alright, let's just drop the road to the 3 for 1. I don't think we're... It's too ambitious to try to plow orange. Plus that'll pretty much end his game, and he'll probably just take revenge on us. There's also the option of just trying to get to the 4-5. Nah, it's okay. We're gonna city up the 4 anyways, and it's gonna get blocked a lot. Let's just build the road. Like, we don't have the brick, so let's just do the 1 road settle rather than the 2 road settles. Yeah, I mean, I've been told to play faster sometimes. Like, I play fast if there's nothing to think about, but people often don't think, right? Like, there's a lot to think about in this game, even when on the surface there's not much to think about. Did black? Oh, black was trying to city or settle. He was trying to give sheep away. Can we get a brick here? What about 2 sheep for a brick? I guess we'll just port the wood for a brick and end turn. Yeah, might as well. Let's just get that settled down. We're not even anywhere close to a city, so I'm not gonna port it. I mean, I could port it for an ore, but like, who knows? Maybe the 4 will start rolling and we'll need the 6. Like, yeah, I don't think we're gonna try to get to that 5-4. I don't know if we will be able to. All right, let's just drop the settle here. And I will try to city up. I think the city's got to be on the ore wheat sheep. That just accelerates the next city onto the 9-5-10 a lot faster. Blue's gonna have a strong road game with that too. I guess we'll hold. Maybe we can get an ore or an ore here. Orange is thinking about it. Alright. we'll just hold. I don't really know if there's anywhere to go. Like just the 5-4. Settling the ore port's kind of useless. We're not giving up our wheat. It just doesn't help us. Brick doesn't help us either. Seems like black's got a stuck hand. Let's leave it that way. So we have to port this for an ore. I guess we just buy a dev. Let's just unblock our 6 wheat here. And we'll probably get another ore from playing a knight. I guess we're gonna get soloed here. I don't know. Okay, good. We just got all the 3s and the 10s today. So let's port it for an ore and just hold. I mean, unless we can get an ore. Oh, he's giving it to us. Okay. Alright, we'll just port it for a wheat then, and, yeah, I guess we can hold here. I don't know. Do we want... Does a dev make sense? It's kind of hard to 7 out, but I really don't want to 7 out. Alright, let's just risk it. A 5 and a 3 is... If we get a 5 or a 3, we might 7 out, but... Alright, this is going to go on the 6 wheat probably again. Okay, that's amazing. Now it's going to go on the 6 wheat. Uh, we can do a wheat and a sheep for 2 ore. That gets us the city, right? Yeah. Do we want a city here? I mean, do we want to hold for the city? We have so many. No, let's just buy a dev. And let's. We'll just hold. It's 5 cards. We probably won't 7 out, or we'll get a 3 and be at risk. Yeah, I just felt like we were gonna get picked off if we were just sitting there with all the ore and the wheat in our hand. If a 7 rolled, and there weren't actually that many rolls to get us the city besides this. Shit. Yeah, we can take a look back at that. It was a quick decision, but I kind of thought it was not as easy as it might have looked to get the city. Blue has a wheat. I guess we'll just solo blue here. So do we hold again at 5, or do we let's just port this for an ore, and we'll hold. Let's get going now. We have 2 knights. We'll start to work for the city. Yeah. So on that other turn, I forget what I had, but it seemed like we needed it wasn't clear what we needed to port for, right? Because if we ported for an ore and then rolled an ore, we would have an excess ore. Alright, there's the city. Yeah, I don't know. He might be right. I don't know. It's probably slower thinking that I'm talking out loud. Especially with the coughing and this voice. But I am thinking too. Two devs or a city? I think 2 devs is better here. Unless someone wants to donate the city. Alright, we'll do this trade. The risk is getting like 2 knights. I think we have a pretty good handle on army here. And we should be able to buy the devs pretty easily. Let's go with his idea. Let's just city. I think it's pretty close, but there's a risk of getting like bad. There's a risk of getting bad devs, and we have a knight for protection already in hand, so. Um, I think black's pretty far behind. We can give him that trade, even though he has 11 cards. Okay, so orange is trying to. Yeah, he split the road. So does that make orange ahead now? If we 7 out, if we steal a card and 7 out, we still have 4 cards left. I don't think it's worth the risk. Okay. So orange just has 2 ore. And he's probably not going to lose his road anytime soon, but he has 2 devs. I guess we'll just hit the 4 wheat to cut off. Let's just steal the ore. I think orange is ahead here. It's close, but the 2 devs that he hasn't been playing. Okay, there's our 2 knights. We'll obviously hold the wood. No reason to port it for something more useful. Just to have it get stolen. Maybe blue pulled a road builder. He seems to not be giving up on road quite just yet. Yeah, we just gotta make orange work for this city. If orange is sitting with 2 VPs, it's gonna make our life difficult. We really need to, like, we might need to build to 10 here. I really don't want to pull 8 knights here. So okay, 2 more devs, or just like a city. Like, we could just build 4 cities, right? 4 cities and army. Let's just, I guess, yeah, blue's still 3 roads away. Okay, let's just shut down blue's road game with this 11 here. And steal from orange. Oh, he didn't have an ore? Shit. Okay. That's 3 cards. That's a city. And we'll city up the wood, I guess. And just hold, try to city again. Blue's just buying devs. That's a pretty wild Rob. I guess he wanted a specific card from blue. Yeah, I think black gave me a pretty soft trade. He gave me the 2 brick earlier, right? When I produced no brick for a single wheat. We have pairs of winning rolls here if we can get the right. That's not one of them. So let's continue to shut down blue's road game and steal from orange. I think, and is there a danger that blue just builds 3 roads and settles? I think that might actually be more of a threat than like orange citying and settling. Let's steal from blue. Just hold here. We might get robbed again. Just keep the sheep in our hand. Just need a 6 and a 6 or a 4 here just to get going. Okay, we have winning rolls. Any roll basically wins except a 10 or a 6. Does he finally have the city now? He's just buying more devs? I see that orange has 2 wood in hand. So let's just buy a dev here and hit orange. And continue to block this 11 brick just so blue can't backdoor road. Great. All we needed was a year of plenty, or even a road builder would have been fine. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about exactly, but apparently blue didn't trade enough, so black had to steal from him. Like, I think they've been bickering the whole time in the chat. I don't know. I'm not really paying attention, but I don't really care. Black's making a road play with 0 wood production. Love to see it. Just in case this proves difficult to get our last point here, but we have the win in hand. Does anyone have ore just in case we roll this 7? Oh, that was a no, it wasn't a mistake. I was gonna say that we should have played the knight there beforehand, but it's fine. Let's see if orange was at 9 points. Yeah, he was. I suspected that when he decided to port, or when he bought the dev and then started to build, like, wait. Oh, well, I suspected it for the wrong reasons. For some reason, I thought he was trying to settle this 8-3. I'm not thinking clearly about that. But, yeah, he still needed, even though he had it, I guess he still needed to city. Because he just doesn't have another settle spot. So, um, yeah, we were not really in much danger. I guess we were in some danger of blue taking army potentially in 2 turns, but I guess we could have always popped theirs. Oh, no, we had a knight. Sorry, guys, I'm barely thinking right now. I'm still sick, but hey, we got another W, so at least I guess that's all that matters. Dice stats. We heard a lot about this in the chat today. Let's see what the situation was. A ton of 6s and not a lot of 8s. Yep, that's what we heard. The 4s were okay. We didn't have any in the beginning, but they kind of came through a little bit towards the end. So yeah, the 8s were light, the 11s were light, the 3s and the 10s were really strong. Yeah, we were just flooded with sheep all game. The 9s and 5s were strong, so the dice were certainly good for us there. There's no denying that, but they were pretty good for orange too, right? He had all the 10s to make up for the lack of 8s. He had a few 4s. He just couldn't city because he just bought devs all game. But he was porting all his ores for devs rather. Here you guys go. All right, catch you tomorrow.